Hello everybody, I'm Thrash Maniac HD, and this is your NXT review for November 13th, 2013. And before I get started, as always, if you guys want to watch this week's NXT, link is in the description box for you guys to check out. This week's NXT episode was a very good episode, I have to say. The best episode I've seen in a little while. A lot of the stuff on here was pretty good. So, yeah, this is a very good episode of NXT. And without further ado, let's get into it. We started off with the opening match, which was the Divas. Hold on. Yeah, my camera wanted to keep shaking. Alright, so we started off with the first match, which was the Divas tag match that was announced last week. Bayley and Charlotte Flair versus Summer Rae and excuse me, and Sasha Banks. I thought for a Divas tag match, this was a good match. For the most part, it was Bayley in the match. And as Bayley was getting ready to go tag in Charlotte, Charlotte was just like, yeah, boom, and then smacked the fucking shit out of Bayley, and that helped Summer Rae, Sasha Banks pick up the win. And Charlotte Flair turned heel and is now part of the BFFs with Summer Rae and Sasha Banks, which will be interesting to see. So I thought the match was good, and the Charlotte heel turn was good. So we'll see what will happen in the next several weeks with what she's going to be doing as part of the BFFs. But now Bayley's probably going to feud with Charlotte. Probably, I can tell, at some point or another. So, yeah. Then we get an Aiden English segment, which was pretty funny. It was him practicing singing, which, you know, for you guys out there who are NXT fans like myself would know Aiden English's gimmick as an artiste singing and stuff, which is pretty cool. It's gotten him over. And speaking of Aiden English, he's in a match against Camacho, which is... I know I saw him and Hunico wrestle on Main Event a few weeks ago, but other than that, this is the first time I've seen either Camacho or Hunico wrestle in over a year. And Camacho's facing Aiden English. For a short match, I thought it was a good match. If it was longer, they could have done a lot more, so... yeah. But Aiden English picked up the win, and before and after the match, when he wins, singing, and the fans throw in roses, which is pretty funny. So I really like Aiden English's character and how over he is in NXT. I think this guy has potential to be... excuse me, I'm losing my mind again. But I think Aiden English has the potential to be a big superstar on the main roster, specifically because of what he's been doing. So I'm all for Aiden English. So yeah. And then we get a segment with Alexander Rusev and the hot Lena, which I found out that's what her name is, Lena. And I guess she's a Bulgarian chick, but she is, oh, so fucking smoking hot. I was like, wow. While I couldn't understand what they were saying because they were speaking Bulgarian or Russian, I thought this was a really good segment. I'm thinking what they were saying is Lena said that Alexander Rusev, you're gonna run roughshod through NXT, and basically Rusev was saying that as well. From what I'm thinking they were saying, because I don't speak Bulgarian or Russian. I can't even speak any other English except a few little Spanish words. So, yeah. But then we get a match between Danny Burch and the returning Mason Ryan. This match was what it was. It was an okay match. But Mason Ryan picked up the win here for his return match for the first time in a couple months since I've seen him. And, yeah, that was basically it with that. Then we get a segment from Emma doing like a presidential speech kind of thing, calling it the Evolution, the evolution, being all you Democrats will rise to evolution, which I thought that was a really cool little vignette there. I thought that was pretty cool. And then we get an announcement for next week. Bo Dallas returns from his world tour after wrestling in Bolivia. Oh boy. But now we get to the highlight of the night, the main event, 2 out of 3 falls match. Adrian Neville, Corey Graves. One of the best NXT matches I have seen. I know earlier I made my Wrestling Underdogs Wrestling Awards, and I had different matches on the list. If I would have made the video a little bit later after watching this episode, I would have put this match on the nomination list, but too late for that. So yeah, but this was a great 2 out of 3 falls match between Neville and Graves. So it started out in the first fall, which only ended like a few minutes later. Adrian Neville hitting the Red Arrow corkscrew senton, which was insane. And then the match went on for a while, and then Corey Graves got the Lucky 13 locked in and picked up the second fall. And then Neville tries to go for the Red Arrow again, but because he was getting worked on hard on his knee by Graves throughout the match, his knee buckled and he fell off the top rope, and then he got hit, and then he got locked in the Lucky 13 again by Graves. Neville, fighting like the true warrior he is, just powers and then gets to the ropes, breaks it up, and then wins with an inside cradle small package, which was interesting. So Adrian Neville won 2-1, picked up a win over Corey Graves. And from the rumors, and I don't know if these are spoilers, but these were rumors, that this was a #1 contenders match, that now that Neville won, he's going to be having a title match against Bo Dallas at some point. But I don't know. We'll see what happens here in the next few weeks with that. Because I know coming up, they're approaching 200 episodes of the entire history of NXT, going back to 2010 when it was the coaches and the pros and the rookies deal. They're reaching the 200th episode of that. 200th episode of NXT coming up very soon, and it should be a great episode. But yeah, that does it for this week's review of NXT. Overall, a very good show. The best episode I've seen in a little while. Every other episode was either okay or good, but this was a very good episode. And once again, if you guys want to watch, link is in the description box for you to check out. But until next video, peace.